Oops. We have to plug it in. Hey, okay. Hi there. First comment, Crystal. How's it going? Hey, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Gotta be careful not to shake the desk. Everyone having a good night? Let's see here. Hey, big fan, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Have you played Mountain Blade? A little bit. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I just got back from the gym, so sorry if I look a little bit sweaty. Is this Pro Jared's boyfriend? You caught me. Let's see here. Okay, and there's where it says the amount of people who are watching. I can see the number of likes. Man, this is pretty cool. Are you hyped for Crash Team Racing? Yeah. I'm really excited for Crash Team Racing. I think it's going to be like the kart racer of the year. Let's see here. Been gaming a lot, dude? Yeah, man, I've been gaming freaking nonstop. Like, even recently, I feel like I game a lot in general, but man, right now I am just gaming non-freaking stop. There's just so much coming up, man. I'm super excited. I'm trying to get into the WoW Classic beta. I really like World of Warcraft from back in the day. Are you going to review the play dates? I think I am. I think it might suck. It's so experimental. Things that are super, super like far out and crazy and ahead of their time, I feel like they're a little bit too much. The play date is interesting. I don't know if it'll be good, but I'm definitely going to buy it. I'll buy it and test it with some friends. Hey man, you've been a huge inspiration for me. Any tips for a new YouTuber who wants to do video reviews? Just experiment a lot, try it a lot, make mistakes, figure stuff out, review things that are a little bit outside your comfort zone. I like racing games and I like fighting games, but when I started having to review them, it was very difficult, but I think it made me better as a reviewer when it came to it. Fire Frustros D says, you demand you rock. When might the PS5 come out? I think it's going to come out early next year. I think it's probably going to come out maybe summer of next year. Let's see here. Dreamcast guy, hey man, love watching your vids daily, says Junior. Any news from Fallout Miami? No, I haven't heard anything about Fallout Miami. I don't even know if Fallout Miami is real. I've heard so much conflicting stuff. I want to put this cord right here. I don't know if it's real. If it is real, I'm going to play the hell out of it, but it's hard to know. I mean, there's so many projects up in the air. Honestly, I really want Fallout 3 remastered. I want Fallout 3 to come back and like be updated. Paying to play online is such a scam. Dreamcast guy, do you think we'll get a Nintendo Switch Pro? Kind of. I think that there's going to be a Switch revision, but I don't think it's going to be like a totally new console. What's the game you're looking forward to most in June aside from Mario Maker 2? I'm super excited for Judgment. I'm so excited for Judgment. I'm hopefully getting Judgment soon. You know me, I like the Yakuza games a lot, so I'm really excited for Judgment because it's different. Obviously, I like Judgment so much, I bought it in Japanese. I've actually played like 25 hours of this now in Japanese, and I just can't read any of it. So I'm excited to finally have that in English. Judgment looks awesome. The demo is available in the Japanese shop. Yeah, John Riggs, yeah. Jack Glasgow says, hello from Canada. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well, man. I'm tired. I just took a gym class. I'm tired as hell, but a good tired. You said some stuff already in your Final Fantasy VII video, but I would like to know if you are a bit upset that they're dropping the ATB system. No, I'm glad that the Final Fantasy VII remake is very different. I like that it's going to have a more action-focused. I think it's going to... I don't want it to be Final Fantasy 15. That's the big concern a lot of people have is... that Final Fantasy VII Remake will play like Final Fantasy 15, and I hope it doesn't. I don't think it will. Dreamcast guy, what do you think about a Matrix game that would look good on today's consoles? I would love a new Matrix game. Hey, the only mister. How's it going, man? Hey, Dreamcast guy, how you been? It's been a while. Let's see here. What's up, Dreamcast guy? Have you modded your original Dreamcast with the SD mod? No, I haven't. Right? I'm such a scammer. I should. I'm thinking about getting. I know Spawnwave got it recently, the HDMI mod, and I really want that. Let's see here. Which Metal Gear Solid should get a remake? 1, 2, or 3? Definitely 1. I like 2 and 3 a lot, but to me, MGS1 is the perfect one. Would you like to pay us a visit here in Dubai? Says the only mister. Yeah, man. If I can ever get over there. I've never flown across an ocean, so I wanna fly across an ocean at some point. Hey, D-Dub. Hey, Dreamcast guy, do you think that they'll make another Power Stone in the future? No, I don't. I think we may get a port of the Power Stone at some point, but I don't think they'll ever bother doing a sequel. What is your favorite Switch game? What is my favorite Switch game right now? I think I'm still going to say Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild is so good and so timeless. I think that there's a lot of Switch games that's going to like age good and bad. I think that Breath of the Wild is going to be the most timeless. Are you interested in Call of Duty Mobile? No, I'm not. Funny enough, I'm on the Activision press email list, so they email me all the time about Call of Duty and all that stuff. Matthew Campos donated $2 and said, is Judgment a spinoff from the Yakuza series? Yes, it is, but from what I've been playing so far, it's just like it's totally different. Like the combat's kind of the same and it takes place in the same city, but you don't run into any of the same characters. It's totally different from that, and that's why I like it. Is that I like when a spinoff stands completely on its own. Like that's why I like a lot of the Final Fantasy spinoffs. So yeah, I'm totally down for that. Dreamcast guy, what do you stream from when you play games? I usually stream from this laptop. Oh my gosh, chat's going pretty fast now. Oh, do you think... Oh gosh, I'm trying to keep up. Dreamcast guy, since you're getting the Sega Genesis Mini, do you think that we'll get a Master System or Sega Saturn Mini? I think that we will... Excuse my itchy nose, I apologize. This spotlight always drives my nose out. I do think that we're going to get a Sega Saturn Mini, and I do think that we'll get a Dreamcast Mini, but I have no idea when. Where can I get a Dreamcast guy sticker? I do sell Dreamcast guy stickers now. I actually think I have one right here. Do I? Oh, pressing stuff. Yeah, I have these. These are like on the Dreamcast guy. What do they even call it? I can't remember. Teespring. I think these are like $3. You've got new tattoos? No, I've had the same tattoos for years and years. I got this one. I got this one last year. I got this one in 2011. I got this one in when did I get this one? 2016. SpyX just donated $2 and said, can you say your catchphrase, please? All right, SpyX, this one's just for you. Keep dreaming. Dreamcast guy, if you can only have one, a new Breath of Fire, a new Suikoden, or a new Skies of Arcadia, which do you want? Okay, all those games are good, but freaking Skies of Arcadia. I love Skies of Arcadia so much. Actually, late last year, I finally got the GameCube version complete in box. I managed to find a guy who sold me this for $40. It's everything. It's got the instruction manual. It's got the disc in perfect edition. And it's so good because, I have the HDMI mod for the Dreamcast. So actually having this is so freaking good. D-Dub asks, do you use OBS or Streamlabs? I use OBS. I'm really bad with OBS, though. I need someone to teach me how to use it. When is Shenmue 3 coming out? I believe it's August 27th. Hey, Dreamcast guy, do you think the Xbox One X will get supported when the next Xbox comes out? I think so. I think so. Someone said, do you collect anything? I collect games. Are you excited for Crystal Chronicles on Switch? Absolutely. I'm so excited for that. Crystal Chronicles is one of those games that's super fun and super interesting, but is also really different from the rest of the series. It kind of feels like Diablo Final Fantasy. And I'm curious what new generations will think about it. Dreamcast Guy, here's actually, I like this question a lot. It's by Computer Robots. He says, Dreamcast Guy, do you still think that GameStop is a POS company? I do. I think that GameStop is inherently evil. They're so forceful in the way they're trying to make a profit. It's not about, I feel like there are some businesses that I've actually worked at that exist to make a profit, but also to sell your product. Like when I worked at Target, Target gave a lot of money to charity. They did a lot of community outreach. And then they sold milk that was a little bit overpriced. It was kind of a cause and effect. I think it was one of those things where they managed to stay in business by selling expensive stuff, but they never forced you into getting like the stupid Target credit card if you didn't want it. So that's why I really like other retail chains, but GameStop is just evil. GameStop just wants to screw you. Rax the Great said, Dreamcast Guy, should I wipe back to front or front to back? Always front to back. Dreamcast Guy, are there any upcoming indie games you're excited for this year? A lot, but I can't think of one offhand. I'm trying to think what's one off the top of my head. There's a bunch. Cat Quest 2. I'll say Cat Quest 2. Steven Manzer just donated $5 with a super chat and said, will we ever see a new Final Fantasy that is turn-based combat? Turn-based is my favorite, though I am learning to love Final Fantasy 12 combat as well. Yes. I think that what we're going to see, honestly, here a second, I gotta realize I just left Discord on here. Let me turn that off so nobody calls me. I honestly think that what we're going to start to see is possibly two separate series of Final Fantasy popping up. I honestly think that we're going to see the more conventional turn-based, like static screens, grinding for gear. I think that those games are going to start making a comeback, and then we'll have the bright, flashy mainline games. I honestly think that they're either going to do that, or I think that Octopath Traveler is going to start to be their spin-off Final Fantasy series that's turn-based. Jake Randall said, hey, just want to say congrats on the fiance. That was some... oh, yeah, that dude was trying to call me out. Yeah, I don't mind when people call me ugly. I don't know why. That's one of those people insulting my looks. This is just it. But man, my whole life people have called me really ugly. I don't know why. My whole life people have always called me ugly. So when people do it as an adult, it's just like, whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, if the 1,000th person to say something, it's like, okay. Let's see here. Are you worried about Shenmue 3? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about Shenmue 3 at all. I'm super excited about it. How much do you bench? I think I bench less than my body weight now. So I think I probably bench about 150. Do you like fried pickles? No. Brian's Man Cave says, what's up, man? I love you, Brian. Brian's awesome. Can Doug Money make an appearance? All right. Y'all want some Doug Money? I haven't put Doug Money in a video for a while. Do y'all want to call up Doug Money? Wait, is Jordan French in chat? Oh, by the way, here, while I got chat here, let me make Rax a mod. Where is Jordan? I saw somebody replying to Jordan. Okay. Let's see here. Level up your muscles. I need to, yeah. Oh, there's Jordan. Okay, I wanted to make sure Jordan was a mod. All right, you guys need Doug Money. Doug Money needs you. Let me just go get him. Oh God, I tripped. Okay. Oh man, it's been so long since I've actually come out of the closet. I'm Doug Money. All right. So now that Doug Money has arrived, you can see I have my perfectly placed haircut. Now we need to talk about why GameStop is going to take over the entire world. All right. Now, here's the thing. GameStop is actually the very best place to buy video games. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of consumerism, but it's great. All right. Now, let's see here. People in chat, let's see. This is a loss. Let's see here. Dragon's Dogma worth it on Switch? Yes, absolutely. Dragon's Dogma is a fantastic game, but definitely buy it. Buy it no matter what. Buy it from GameStop. Oh, yeah, people are cheering in chat. Doug, 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 Doug. Oh, yeah. Somebody asked, Doug Money, are you excited for Call of Duty Mobile? It depends. Is it going to have microtransactions? Because in that case, Doug Money. Now, let me just be clear about this. Mobile games are not all evil. It's just that most are evil because Doug Money makes them. All right, let's see here. Is FF12 worth 50 bones? I think it is. My honest opinion, any Final Fantasy is a good time, but I think that that's a especially good one. The Fallen just donated $2 and said, can you start a fake beef with RGT? All right, you guys ready for some RGT85 trash talk? Are y'all ready to clip this? Everybody ready? You want to get your cell phone out and film the screen? Here we go. We're going to make like a wrestling promo where I'm going to call out RGT85. Y'all ready? Getting myself in the zone. RGT85, what's up, man? This is Doug Money, the one and only Captain Consumerism. I'm here to make cash, not friends. And that means you, Sonny. You are a sweaty, smelly man who manages to save every penny by eating ramen. You know what? I know that. He does nothing but eat cans of beans and play basketball in his weird arcade. Am I jealous of your arcade? Well, maybe like 5%, but I can admit that because I'm Doug Money. RGT85 will never admit it, but he probably sleeps in that arcade. True fact, that's actually his master bedroom. Are you bringing ladies into the arcade? Because that's weird, unless they're also playing basketball with you, and in that case, that's a good idea. But you know what? Keep it up, RGT85. Keep it up. Detroit Become Human 2? Yeah, I would like Detroit Become Human 2. We need FF8 now? Yeah, absolutely. Here, let me take my wig off. sorry. So I would sleep in arcade. Here, I want to read this one. Here's actually a real serious one. I like this. Me Gunner says, Dreamcast guy, I'm very depressed for many reasons, primarily due to incurable physical reasons, but your videos help me look at the next day and makes you forget about my problems. Thank you. Well, thank you, Me Gunner. Just remember, no matter how bad times are, you can have small victories. If you're hungry, if you're tired, if you're broke, or if you have like literally just debilitating things, we can still try and find small things to make us happy. I mean, I have a great life. I like that I get to play video games and stuff as a job, but I get sad too sometimes. And when those happen, I try and make it a point to go and like watch silly podcasts or watch really bad movie reviews to try and like cheer myself up. But sometimes we just got to try and find the happiness. And I'm glad I can be that happiness in a small way for you. That really means a lot to me, man. Seriously. Harley Quinn just donated $1. Dreamcast guy, do you expect to see the second and third DLC fighter pass for Smash Ultimate, and what updates do you think will come with it? I think that they're going to reveal the next character from the fighter pass Smash Ultimate at E3. I don't know who will be in it. Honestly, I have no idea. I do believe the rumors of Banjo-Kazooie. What is the most expensive game you own? I think it's... All right, hold on, let me... I forget which one of these. So these are the Dot Hack games. I think, so the Dot Hack games, there are 7 of them in total that came out on PS2. Each one, when you beat it, it would carry over the save files to the next game. So because of it, obviously, people bought less and less. This one sold like 1 million. This sold like 300,000, 100,000, and then like 25,000. So they get more and more expensive as time goes on. This one, I think, costs like $200, like 178. I mean, it's expensive. And then this one gets pretty expensive too. So I think these are probably the most expensive games in my collection, at least that I know of. So some of the stuff I have is rare and I don't realize it. Now, let me be clear. I didn't pay that. I did not pay that much. I managed to get them at a pretty good discount. The Dot Hack games are great. Jordan French says he likes the Dot Hack manga. I love the Dot Hack manga. Hey, bro, love your videos. Thanks to you, some of you guys in the gaming news community motivated me to make videos on Nintendo. That's pretty cool. Hey, just saw Detective Pikachu. It was awesome. Yeah, I like Detective Pikachu. Do you have Panzer Dragoon Saga? No. I have Panzer Dragoon Zwei. I have Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn, and I have Panzer Dragoon Orta. Can I get an F for Can I get an F for my broken PS4 from you? All right, RJ. I'm gonna give you an F in the chat. Just put my mouse right here. There you go. That's for your broken PS4. Let me be the first Latino on the Spawncast. I think we've had somebody on there that was Latino. I know my fiance's been on there. She's from let's see here. I'm a big fan. What is your most anticipated E3 game this year? I'm really excited for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk looks like it's going to be a totally different generation of gaming. Do you own any of the Zelda manga? Yes, I think I own all the Zelda manga. It's in one of these boxes. Actually, I haven't unpacked everything yet. Yeah, my fiance is from Mexico. Can I be the first white boy on the podcast? Do you think the PS5 needs to have a handheld to fight Switch? No. I think that it would be a smart move for Sony to invent another like God, it's so hot in here. I apologize. I think it would be smart for Sony to invent a new version of like a handheld. They need a Vita 2 in my opinion, but I don't know if it's a good idea for them to turn the PS5 portable. Would it make them $1 billion? Maybe, but it would cost so much to do. I think, let's face it, I think PlayStation 5 is just going to be like aiming towards 4K and 8K graphics. Do you like One Punch Man? Dude, yeah, I love One Punch Man. I haven't seen any of season 2. I'm not sure if season 2 is out. I've only watched season 1 of One Punch Man, and it's great. It's super great. Will we see the Final Fantasy VII remake on Switch? I don't think so, Moe. I hope so, but I don't think so. What's the hardest game you've played? What is the hardest game I've played? Penny, Can I Really Be the Hero? Penny, Can I Really Be the Hero? It is a game on the PSP where at the start you get 100 lives and most people can't make it past the first level. Have you played Jet Force Gemini? I've played it, but I haven't beaten it. No Ni no Kuni 1 on Switch? Yeah, I wish we had Ni no Kuni on Switch. I love Ni no Kuni. How many kids will you have? Probably 0. I don't think kids are in my future. If they happen, I'll be very happy, but I'm not trying to have kids, if you catch my drift. Robert Harris donated $1 but didn't leave a comment. Thank you very much there, Robert. Do you wear your hat in the shower? I'll be honest, I did once. I had to wash my hat. I was about to go to a convention, so I just wore my hat in the shower and washed myself off. The reason I wear it, do y'all want to see what I look like without the hat on? I'll do it. I promise. It looks really bad. I'll be honest. I've been losing my hair over the course of the last couple of years, and I started wearing the Dreamcast guy hat a long time ago. But yeah, so you can see I don't have very good hair. Yeah, and also I need a haircut. So this is the bad thing now is now that I'm getting older, this hair grows slower and this hair grows faster. So I have really long hair in the back and short in the front. And you know what's really funny is for all my life, I was a platinum blonde. I had like super blonde hair. And then all of a sudden, the last like 6 years, my hair went red. And that blows my mind. Nobody in my family has red hair. And what's also funny is my mom, like I haven't seen my mom in like 10 years, but from what I remember of my mom, she had brown hair. So I'm not sure where I got the red hair gene, but I think I got it really late in life. Do you sleep with a lot of redhead girls? Terrence said $2. What do you think about weed? I have no problem with weed. I've smoked weed a couple times in my life. It's not for me. It makes me really paranoid. I don't know. I'm so happy in life already that I don't need marijuana. Someone keeps asking about it, and I keep missing who's saying it. There it is. Lunatic says, "Could you beat Pro Jared in a fist fight?" I could beat that skinny nerd's ass. Okay, I'm not a strong guy. You can see I have tiny little arms. I'm nobody. But if Pro Jared stepped up, I would punch those dick pics back into his phone. Are you going on the PE podcast tonight? Probably not. Let's see here. When will Ape Escape through Man? Y'all loved that. Let's see here. What's your favorite RPG this generation? Let me think about that. There's a lot of good ones this generation. I think if we're talking action RPGs, Yakuza. If we're talking turn-based RPG, I gotta go with Octopath. Octopath is so good. Let me answer this question by Will. He's actually said it a couple times. Can you talk about how Destiny 2 is killing itself by turning the Eververse into an item shop that looks like Fortnite's and by nerfing everyone's favorite weapons? Yeah, so I've heard about this actually, and it's very interesting to me, which is that apparently a couple weapons in the game have become by far the fan favorites. People love them a bunch. People get these very rare exotics. They like them a lot. And then once they really get into them, Destiny, the developers nerf the hell out of it. So they just completely are destroying the game, and the fan base is quitting in mass. And it's so weird. Like, could you imagine, like, if you were playing a game and you're having fun with it, and then over time it gets worse and worse and worse? It's just so weird. Zorbia says, if you keep losing hair on top, just embrace it and shave all your hair. That's what I did. Yeah. The people, I'll be honest, those people who have just this missing, nobody is bald in my family. My mother's side of the family is all long dead. I only have my father's side of the family alive, but none of them are bald. So I got this from my mom's side, and I've decided that if it gets really short, I lose a lot, I will probably shave it. What do I think of Neo 2? It looks great, but I want to play it. Trailers are so misleading these days. Are you going to play and review A Plague Tale Innocence? I'm going to play it, but I'm probably not going to review it. If you could restart this generation of consoles, what would you do differently? I think that Sony, as much as I love Sony and Xbox have things that they should have done better at the start. Sony started out with very few games, and it took a long time to get started. And Microsoft just had really bad PR. I think if I could restart it, I would redo all of Microsoft's advertising. I would not mention TV at all, and I'd come out with a Halo ASAP. And if I were PlayStation and I was restarting this, I would have had Uncharted 4 come out at launch. Matt Readout just donated $5, but didn't leave a comment. Thank you very much there, Matt. Just keep your hair short, like shorter than now, and you'll look all right. Yeah, that's probably going to be my plan. So I'm just going to keep it short. Oh, man. Yeah, over 300 people are watching. Holy heck. Hi, people. Whoa. What do you think the future of Telltale-esque interactive narratives looks like? I don't think the Telltale games is such a weird thing. Telltale games and those interactive style storybook games, I just don't think they're popular. They're super expensive to make. I think that those will only exist basically in like the form you see of like the picture adventures. What do they call those? What do they call the things that's like an interactive story, basically? I think they'll be like that. I don't think that they'll ever be high budget again, like all the tales from Minecraft and all that. Point and click, yeah, those. And what do they call it? Dating simulators. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a super chat that, let me scroll up real quick. The Fallen donated $2 and said, who would win in a Spawncast Royal Rumble and Xenogears? I think that, let's be clear, if everybody on the Spawncast got in a fist fight, Spawnwave would beat all of our asses. I mean, look, I consider myself a decent fighter. I've gotten in some scuffles. I've managed to win some fights and lose some fights. If Spawnwave punched me once, my dad's dick would hurt. That's how hard he would hit me. But other than that, I think I could probably beat up Sean. Let's see here. Are you going to buy Gato Roboto on the Switch? Yeah, I'm probably going to buy it. I'm probably going to buy it for my fiance so she could play it, and then I'll play it after. Love your channel. We both have the same favorite game of all time. Even if Final Fantasy VII Remake nails it, it will be divisive. What do you think it will take to restore Square Enix back to the Squaresoft prestige? I think I'm really sorry about my itchy nose, by the way. I'm really, it's this spotlight. Here, I'm going to just turn this light off. Screw it. There we go. Now I'm not overheating quite as bad. I apologize. And what I'll do is I'll put on a white thing over here. It's just, this will give me a little more light on the other monitor. There we go. Ooh, I like this question. There's a question in chat I love right now about hidden gems. Let me answer the other question real quick. I think that Final Fantasy VII Remake is great. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to sell a ton of copies, and it's going to sell them a bunch. But then I think that the only thing that's really going to win back Square Enix to its previous prestige is when they're able to start branching out. I think when they're able to start making games that are horror-based again, like they were doing with Parasite Eve, when they're able to do multiple good things at once. Square Enix right now is just in such a weird spot where it's good game, bad game, good game, bad game. And somebody in chat asked a really great thing I really like, which console has the best hidden gems? That is a great question. I love that question. I think Sega Saturn. The Sega Saturn has so many good games that is so great, and it's so unknown. Like so many of the games, I have a pretty small. Here, I'm gonna grab it real quick. This is just like a couple of my Sega Saturn games. A lot of these are legit fantastic. Die Hard Arcade, Panzer Dragoon, Clockwork Knight, Bust-A-Move, Robotica. Clockwork Knight, no joke. Clockwork Knight is one of the best 2.5D platformers ever. Nobody's heard of this. I have people come over to my office all the time just to hang out. They have no idea what this is. They're like, why is that toy kicking ass? Is this a remake of Toy Story? It's great. That's my thing. Is I love consoles that have games like that. Let me put this back. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's face it. Yeah, the PS2 has a lot of hidden gems as well. People are saying, hi, Dreamcast guy. Let's see here. You're the only gaming channel I watch. Well, thank you very much there, RJ. Do you think we'll ever get the GameCube on Switch? I think so, yeah. Will Fraffendor says, can we ever get a tour of your house, not creepy or anything? Yeah, maybe at some point. I think my apartment's pretty cool. Let's see here. Think the Clockwork Knight. Let's see here. How old are you? I'm 33. What about Dreams? Yeah, you know what I should? I should do a Dreams PS4 stream. I've seen some people saying that. That's a freaking great idea. I may do that next Thursday. I like the idea of, man, that's a great idea. Seriously, who's saying that in chat right there? RC guy. That's a great idea. So next week, what I'll probably do is stream Dreams because it's got all sorts of weird stuff in there. You spelled my last name wrong. Wishbone dated $5 and said, I dare you and Spawncast to do a Beetle Adventure Racing Time Attack Challenge on all stages. I'll keep that in mind. Any chance for the Order 1886 sequel? I've heard rumors for a while now that they are working on it. Well, that's Ready at Dawn, right? I've heard that they're working on it, but who knows if it'll ever come back. I mean, the last one sold really bad. Have you ever played the arcade game Quartet? No, I haven't. What are you looking forward to most on Borderlands 3 after your first impressions? I want to see the end game. So I got to play like 2 hours of Borderlands 3, but it basically dropped me like 3 hours into the game. I already had some guns, and I basically had one main quest in the center of this big town. And it was cool, but it made me want to explore more. You know, it made me want to be able to like get outside the boundaries and fast travel and see space. So it's the in-game stuff that I'm most excited for when it comes to Borderlands 3. John Wick, I love the John Wick movies. Have you played Mischief Makers for the Nintendo 64? No, I haven't. Someone just said, Jet Set Radio Future. Yeah, I love Jet Set Radio Future. I think I've probably put I probably put 60 or 70 hours in a Jet Set Radio Future. Someone's talking about a John Wick game. They're making a John Wick game, but it's a little bit weird. M&H Crush just donated $14 Canadian and said, "Love your stuff. Cheers from Niagara Falls, Canada." Cool. Have you played Illusion of Gaia on SNES? Yes, I have. I think I actually own it. Let me look at I have my Super Nintendo games right here. Let me see. I don't know. I have some of my RPGs up here, but I don't think I see Illusion of Gaia. It's XCOM Keanu Edition. Yeah, hoodie. That's a good way to put it. Matthew Campos just donated $2 and said, "Can you name some hidden gems on the PlayStation 3? Yeah. So let me think about it. I really like 3D. What is it called? 3D Dot Heroes on PS3. Let me look. Folklore. Folklore is a great one on PS3. Let me look. I actually have a pretty decent PS3 collection down here. I think people don't give enough credit to Silent Hill Downpour. Like, it's not a good Silent Hill, but it's a pretty good game. Godzilla. Let's see here. Flow is fun on PS3. Yeah. Do you miss the dogs from the old house, Dreamcast guy? Yeah, I miss my dogs. I miss my dogs a lot. So here's a factoid I've never talked about. I was afraid of dogs for about 25 years of my life. When I was a real little kid, I had this cat named Chi-Chi, and I was raised around this cat. And one day, the neighbor's Rottweiler, I used to live in a real bad part of town. I was real poor growing up. The neighbor's Rottweiler broke through our really thin fence and ripped my kitten apart in front of me, just shredded my kitten. And it made me terrified of dogs for like 25 years. And then my roommates at the time at the last house started being like, "Hey, we really want to like get a dog. We really want to like get a dog." And they were basically waiting for me to get okay with it. And so finally I was like, "Okay, let's get a dog." Okay. And I was so afraid of it for so long. I was like cutest, nicest, friendliest dog. He always had a big smile on his face, and I was terrified of him. I was so afraid. And it just took like months and months and months and like basically years to like finally warm up to dogs. And then once I did, I loved that dog so dang much. So moving away from him, because it was my roommate's dog, I was real sad to move away from that dog. Let's see here. What's your opinion on Etrian Odyssey? I've played them a little bit, but I haven't beaten any of the Etrian Odyssey games. We should get a Clock Tower remake or reboot, says Me Gunner. Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. How well do you know Fantavision? I've been talking to Fantavision now for like 3 or 4 years. I talk to Fantavision a lot. So, I mean, I don't know if I really know the guy. I've never hung out with him in person, but I feel like I know him pretty well. Thoughts about the Alone in the Dark games? I like the Alone in the Dark games. I do. I even like, for some reason, people hate A New Nightmare, which was on Dreamcast. I like that. I like it a lot. Someone says, wasn't there a Clock Tower remake on the PC years ago? Kind of. It was called, I think, Project Scream, and it was by the creators of Clock Tower, but I heard it was too cheesy. It kind of missed the point, ironically, of Clock Tower, which was like that real fear. Into the Matrix remastered, LOL JK. I'd totally play that. I dig Into the Matrix a lot. Have you played Shakedown Hawaii? No, I haven't. Honestly, I think I have a copy of it. I haven't installed it yet. Do you think the Final Fantasy VIII port should be announced at E3 for Switch? Oh, John, I would love that. Honestly, 100%, I bet that right now they're working really hard to find any way possible to put Final Fantasy VIII on Switch because it's free money. I mean, it's completely free money. I guarantee you they're trying their ass off. I bet Square Enix is probably at the point where they're trying to reprogram the game from scratch to get that work on Switch because it'll make them a killing. The Triple Triad MMOs were great in the 2000s. Yeah, right? That's one of those weird things that's like just kind of gone. People forget, but back in the day, there was the triple try. Basically, if you paid for an online subscription to Final Fantasy 11, you also got a game called Triple Triad. It was great, and you could actually play this like card game online. Travis Brown says, "Hey, Dreamcast guy, I'm a huge fan. I also asked a question. Do you think that Capcom will release an update to fix the glitches and add motion curls to RE4 on Switch?" No, I don't think so. Maybe down the line, but as much as I love Capcom, and Capcom's been killing it this year, I just don't think they released it. It's selling. The majority of people don't even know that that's a bad port. Like RE4 on Switch is good enough for most people. Can you give us a game you'd love to have announced at E3, even if it's a wild dream? Let me think. Let me think seriously about that for a second. I think I would be very thrilled to see an Octopath Traveler 2. I would love to see an Octopath Traveler 2, or I would love a remake of Crisis Core. I would love to see like Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core come back. Travis Brown says, "I hope to meet you at Retropalooza." I promise I'm going to try to meet everybody at Retropalooza. I'm going to hang out there all 3 days, all day I'll be there just so I can hang out with people. Someone said, "Hey, bro, you're such a great guy and so knowledgeable. I wish you all the success. You deserve 5 million subs." I don't know about that. Hold on a second. The Fallen donated $2 and said, "Are you going to buy an arcade one-up? If yes, which?" Probably not. This office is actually pretty big. Here, I'm going to show you guys the rest of this room. Y'all ready? This is the thing that people have never seen. This is literally the room that nobody's seen. You only ever see this corner. The opposite side of the room is literally just boxes. I just don't have anything. I don't really own any stuff, so I've never really put anything up. So if I got an arcade one-up machine, I'd put it in the corner, and I think it looks cool, but I'm also self-aware enough that I probably wouldn't play it that much. Those things look so cool, but I'm not a super big arcade person. I like visiting the arcade, but I don't really like hang out in arcades. Let me see here. Avalos 316 said he donated $1.99 and said, "My donation for Game Pass plus 99 cents." Thank you very much there, sir. Got any recommendations for small YouTubers? Find a way to make the videos you like to watch. That's the biggest secret is I like my own videos. Like I enjoy them. They're fun to make. They're fun to edit. I like playing the games. I like getting to like be excited about stuff. I think if you're trying to be a YouTuber, make the content you love because then it's easy to make. Like honestly, my videos are just like, "Hey, oh my God, look at this stuff." I'm always working on like 10 different projects at once because I like all this. Oh, do you have any suggestions for small YouTubers? I don't really know a lot of YouTubers under like 5K subs. I mean, there's like Rax the Great. OJ's a little bit smaller than me. Player Essence is like 40,000, but I think he's a pretty good YouTuber. I really like Fantavision. He's like 40,000. There's a lot of people, but I don't, it's really hard to find the super small channels. Let's see here. 2 questions. Do you believe in love? And do you like Street Fighter Third Strike? Yes to both. I fell in love with my fiance the second I met her. That's a true story. The second I met her, I was like if the moment I met her, a preacher had appeared and they said like, "All right, do you want to get married?" I would have been like, "Yep, let's do it." Do you think Shenmue 3 will fail? Love Shenmue and your videos, says Legendary Gamer. Honestly, I do think that Shenmue 3 is probably not going to make a lot of money. I think that it's going to like, I'm glad they kickstarted it and they have all that development cost already. I don't think that they're going to make a bunch of millions of dollars off it, honestly. Let's see here. Dreamcast guy, I think you should do a top 10 AA games list. That's a good idea for a top 10 Thursday. Aaron Fowler, thank you. That's a great suggestion, actually. Favorite Dreamcast game of all time? Oh, there's so many. Oh yeah, my shirt's just a cat breathing fire. Nothing special. Let me think. I don't know. There's so much. Are you excited for Dragon Age 4 at E3? Yeah, kind of. I'm so mixed about BioWare now. Did you fall? The Fallen donated $2 and said, "Did you fall in love or lust?" And did the face. No. I mean, I did want to hit it, but no, I fell in love. Do you speak Spanish? Si habla poquito español. I know a little bit of Spanish. I can tell you things like "Feliz cumpleaños, suegra," like "Happy birthday, mother-in-law." I know my directions a little bit. Izquierda, izquierda, derecho, derecha. Let's see here. Puta. Have you ever went to Japan? No, I want to go to Japan. I've never flown across the ocean. Any anime you're currently watching? I'm not really watching any anime right now. I'm just playing games. I'm playing so many freaking games right now. I just don't have time at all. Love your work. Greetings from El Salvador. Cool. There's actually an El Salvadorian restaurant near my house that is so freaking good, but they don't speak English. So every time I go there, I actually have to speak Spanish. None of the employees speak English. Oh, Dan, Dreamcast guy beating OJ's podcast in viewership. Hey, it's not a competition, but I am winning. I'm kidding. Do you think Konami will ever come back from the dead and make games again? I don't think so. Here's a super nice one. Hey, man, I don't comment much, but I wanted you to know your content is awesome. I appreciate what you do. Keep it up. Thank you so much there, Infernella Tim. Have you played Life is Strange 2? It's pretty good. I haven't yet. Hey, there's Aimcrit. How's it going, Aimcrit? Aimcrit's my old roommate. He's a badass. Ghost of Tsushima looks like Akira Kurosawa made a game. Absolutely, yeah. So for anybody who's not familiar, there's this famous old school Japanese director named Akira Kurosawa, and he made a bunch of movies like Seven Samurai and stuff. They're super long, and super good. So it said, just joined. You mentioned you were in a podcast. What's it called? I am on a podcast called The Spawncast, and it's every Saturday night. It's super fun. Does sexuality matter to you? By the way, I'm bisexual and a huge fan. No, I don't give a shit if people are gay or straight. Honestly, I like whenever, just personally, I like when there's gay people and stuff in movies because it's different. It's cool. It's interesting. I never understand the people who get mad about that. Or when there's gay cartoon characters and people are like, "Wah!" It's so weird to me. I don't get it. Be gay. It's great. You have any blooper videos to share? I have a lot. I have a lot of bloopers. I mess up in a lot of videos. I have to re-record videos a lot. So a lot of my outtakes and a lot of my bloopers are the times when I'm just messing stuff up in a video. I actually live kind of near a fire station now, and there's a big road here. So whenever there's a fire in town or something, I just have to sit there on camera for a minute while it's Let's see here. Kiryu or Majima? I'm going to go with Kiryu. Show us your kitties, please. We want kitties. We want kitties. All right. Y'all want to see some cats? Let me see if I can draw them in here. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to ask my fiance to bring one in here. Hang on a second. Hey, Dave. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you scoop while I bring it in here? Can you scoop while I bring it in here? You little chatter. Join the couch. Okay, we got cats incoming. Okay. Y'all are about to see the Dreamcast cat. Here we go. Oh my gosh, you gotta come. Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
I don't think they're ready.
Everyone in your chat is ready. They're all being on kitty. All right, this is it. Oh, this is Wally. This cat sleeps on its back all day long. He literally will just for 14 hours a day. Like this. This is his natural habitat.
Am I famous yet?
Am I famous yet? There we go. And yeah, this is my fiance. This is Jocelyn. Yeah, Dreamcast gal. Y'all have seen her a bunch. Cats are God. Does your fiance know Spanish? Yeah, she speaks Spanish.
Hola.
And that's it.
Bye.
Oh, bye, Wally. Thanks for joining the stream, but boosh. Oh, I got a high five. Oh my God. Oop. Second here, I missed a $5 donation from 515 Hold, and he didn't leave a comment. By the way, Dreamcast guy, you've scored. I know, dude. I won the fiance lottery, and I'm damn happy about it. Is that Garfield? Yep. Secretly, yes. It's totally Garfield. Oh, I know. You're so hot, babe. I love you a bunch. It's Garfield IRL. Uh, the Fallen said, "Are you and no?" The Fallen donated $2 and said, "Are you and your lady gonna make babies? Probably not." Are you friends with the guy who cried over the Star Wars trailer? No, but I thought it was fine. I never understand the people who get mad. Oh, this is great. Your cat is cuter than you. Sorry, bro. I love you 3000. Nah, man. I'm totally fine. That cat is the real star. When are you guys getting married? We're thinking about next October. So October 2020. Please call your kid the Dreamcast Mini Classic. Yeah, I'm still live. I'm going to go live for another 10 minutes. I have nothing against kids. I don't think it's in my cards. Obviously my family has a lot of problems, you know. Honest, this is an honest thing. If I die, it's in my will. I'm going to sell all this and give it to charity. That's true. So if I randomly fall over dead, I have like 2,000 games in my game collection, and I'm going to sell all of it and just give it to, there's a local food bank that helped me a lot when I was like a starving kid. So I want to sell all this whenever I die. My fiance, who obviously will be my wife soon, she's going to sell all this. I'm 33. How long have you lived in Texas? Always. I've always lived in Texas. I've never lived anywhere else. Youngin. Oh yeah. Kimmerick's project. He's the very awesome Evan from the Spawncast. Do you have a Final Fantasy VII tattoo because you have a Bioshock tattoo? No, I'm thinking about getting a Final Fantasy tattoo. I'm trying to figure stuff out. I kind of want to get another tattoo. I kind of don't. I sort of want to get for years and years and years. Oh, that's funny. Plano, Texas. Hey, so, yeah, I live kind of near that. Sorry, second here. I thought about, for a long time, I liked the idea of getting the sword, the Buster sword from Final Fantasy VII as a tattoo. So this is the one tattoo I've always fantasized about that I'd probably never get. But I've thought about getting the main weapon from each of the first 10 Final Fantasies as a tattoo. And I'd have like the staff from get the twin blades from Final Fantasy 9, and then get like the gun blade from Final Fantasy 8, and then get like the Eunice staff from Final Fantasy 10. And I was thinking about just getting like a full like basically all around, but I'm probably not going to do that now. I thought about it, but you know. Let's see here. Are you excited for the new Zelda Link's Awakening remake? Absolutely, dude. I love Link's Awakening. Dude. It's so good. No joke, Link's Awakening is probably my second favorite Zelda ever. I would put it Ocarina of Time, then I'd say Link's Awakening, and then I'd put Breath of the Wild. True story. I'm from Lancaster, but I'm moving to Waxahachie soon. Waxahachie is a good area too. Lancaster's a real good area. Let's see here. Do you want Bloodborne 2? Yeah, I want Bloodborne 2 a lot. Especially because now that we've had the super, super awesome Sekiro, I'm curious what they would do with a Bloodborne 2. I bet it'd be totally different. It's a shame your favorite console didn't work out. How do you think about this? I'm sad, but I'm also sort of happy. I think part of the reason that everybody loves the Dreamcast is because it crashed and burned. I think people love an underdog. People like the story of something that's fallen and then rises up. And I think the fact that the Dreamcast lasted 16 months in America before it was canceled is just one of those things of like, it's so cool to watch it like rise from the ashes. So I'm sad that it failed, but also that's part of why we love it. Can you say hello to my wife, Wani? Have you played Watch Dogs? Yes, I've played Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I actually did a big review of Watch Dogs 2. Oh, this is a really personal story. The Fallen donated $2 and said, please tell the story of your finger heart tattoo. I don't want to give the full context because it's really personal, but basically long ago I made a very important pinky promise with somebody, and we got tattoos to sort of commemorate the occasion. So that's why I don't have any other finger tattoos. I only have that one. So GameCube was my favorite, kind of similar. Yeah. I love the Dreamcast. My bro had it. When it came out. Love it, which is why it had more games. Yeah, I love the Dreamcast. Hello, I've been wanting to catch you live, and I finally did. I've got some questions for you. What are your expectations about Pokemon Switch, and do you like the Sly Cooper games? I like the Sly Cooper games, but I haven't beaten them. I'm just being honest. I do think that the Pokemon Switch games are basically gonna be just the 3DS games again. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally cool with the fact that like it's just gonna be a prettier version of a 3DS game. Cafe.com, Cafe.com Geek donated 20, I think that's Russian dollars, and said, Bud, love your vids and wish you the best with Dreamcast Gal. Here's a little treat so you can get something nice on the Switch or whatever. Make a vid on it. You know what? I'm going to do that. Thanks so much, man. Oh, hold on a second here. Ascended Beyond donated $2 and said, have my SCDCG, love your content. Oh, super chat. Here's my super chat, Dreamcast guy. Love your content. Next review. I'm mixed on what my next review is going to be. I kind of want to do that. There's like a Rick and Morty style game coming out soon by the makers of Rick and Morty called Trover Saves the Universe. I might review that. If not that, what will I review next? There's a lot of stuff. I do want to do a big video on the World of Warcraft Classic, if I can actually get into the beta. 515 Hold donated $5, said, any advice to those who are going through a hard time? Remember, this is going to sound cheesy, but legitimately, if you're having a hard time at life, remember that it ends. Remember that bad times end. And I know that's really, really difficult to hear sometimes, but as somebody who's had times, one of the things that happened to me a lot as a kid is when I acted up, which sometimes was anything from laughing too loud to getting in a fight, I'd get locked in a room with no doorknob. I would actually, my father's replaced one of the rooms in the house with a padlock, and they'd put me in there and lock the door, and I'd just be stuck in there for hours and hours and hours. And there's no games, there's no books, there's no anything. You're just basically stuck in a jail cell in your own house. And the only way I could get through that is remembering that it ends, that like bad times end. Suffering is temporary. So if you're going through really bad times, it just take comfort in the fact that it ends. I think anyone can get into the WoW Classic beta. I'm trying to get into the beta now. We'll see if I actually get it. Let's see here. I adore your speaking skills because I observe that you continue your videos without any cuts. I try. Well, part of it's that I script my videos out. I write stuff out pretty carefully and stuff. I try and also practice a lot. Obviously, I talk on camera a lot, so I got a lot of practice. Jocelyn, that's my fiance in chat. She said, what do you think about Cat Quest 2? Well, babe, I was actually just saying to everybody in chat how that's an indie game I'm super excited for. What's your favorite food? Dude, I love pizza. I love pizza way too much. Are you going to miss the Ouya? No. I bought the Ouya as a joke. It's so bad. I got the Ouya for like $10. Yo, daddy is so bald, Mr. Clean got jealous. That's a good joke. Did you get the Neo 2 beta? Randomly got a code and haven't played the original. Oh, I don't know if I did. Honestly, I'll have to check. Man, I hope I got into it. I really hope I got into the Neo 2 beta. I don't know if I did. If I did, though, I want to do a video about it. Did BlizzCon shoot their feet after the AXS ticket mess? I think so many fans are so excited for BlizzCon. They don't care that it has bad tickets. Burnouts and Bourbon, which is a hilarious name, donated $10 and said, can you articulate what about Final Fantasy VII helped establish it as an all-time fave? Was it the themes of wrestling within the one's of own mind, keeping promises, or questioning what's real and being alive means? Honestly, I think 100%, a huge part of why Final Fantasy VII took off was that it was accessible turn-based combat. Now, you can actually, if you've played Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII are very similar. They have a lot of steampunk themes. They actually have sort of characters that sort of mirror each other. I would say that the reason that Final Fantasy VII took off is because it was on the PlayStation. It managed to have a lot of advertising behind it. It was bright and it was flashy. But I think it's become timeless because people are really, really able to project themselves into it. Confusion, strength, trying to be the best person you can, but making mistakes. I like that the hero in Final Fantasy VII starts out as a freaking terrorist and ends up saving the universe. That's awesome. Kefka was the best FF villain, period. I'll actually say Kefka from Final Fantasy VI is probably the strongest. Do you think The Last of Us 2 will be a PS5 launch title or cross-platform? I don't think so. I think they're just going to launch it on PS4. And then I think that the PS5, from what I'm hearing, the PS5 will slightly upgrade PS4 games. Let's see here. Favorite Mario? Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh. Do you want to remaster? Sorry, there's so many questions here. I'm trying to keep up. Let's see here. Do you want a remaster or sequel of Super Mario Sunshine? I would love to see it again, yeah. Sonic Mania 2 or Sonic Adventure 3? I gotta give it to Sonic Adventure 3. Do you believe in aliens? Absolutely not. Okay. Someone said, do you have a fan page? I have a fan page. It's Dreamcast Guy on Facebook. I don't post on it very much, to be honest. All right. I'm going to do like 5 more questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up because honestly, I want to go watch Star Trek with my fiance and go pet that cat. The words on PS4's retro compatibility on the PS5. What about PS1, PS2, PS3? It sounds like they really want the PlayStation 5 to play everything. It sounds like they want the PlayStation 5 to literally play 1, 2, 3, and 4. Matthew Campos donated $2 in Super Chat and said, had Final Fantasy VII on discs and PS3, should I buy it on the Switch? I like it. I think it's best on Switch, honestly. And now they patched the glitch. There was that glitch on the originally where it restart the music. So I'm glad that's fixed. We're going to watch Star Trek The Next Generation, I think. We love, we've been watching Voyager. We loved that. I know that's like the controversial Star Trek. We watched Discovery. We liked that. She's watched the original series. I haven't seen that yet. Neither of us have seen Deep Space Nine. Dreamcast Guy believes in Bigfoot. Nope. Gary Wright donated $2 and said, Dreamcast Guy, do you or have you played Dungeons & Dragons before? I have played Dungeons & Dragons, but just those pre-made kits. But those are fun, where they just give you like a full set. Katie Bailey in chat says, Star Trek Next Generation for the win. Hell yeah. I love Next Generation. Okay. I'm going to do one more chat. Watch. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to read one last question. It'll be the final question of the day. Thank you, everybody who's been tuning in, by the way. 300 viewers is crazy. All right, last question. Does your GF play video games? Yes, she does. She plays a lot of video games. And I like that. Did you get new shelving when you moved? Yeah, I had to. This is screwed into the wall, actually. These are called the Atlantic Media Towers. Each one holds like 800 games or 800 CDs or something like that. But thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys rock. Thank you all for the donations. Thank you all for the great questions and the super positive energy. Y'all are awesome. It's been pure hype. Now I'm going to go watch Star Trek. You guys have a super good night. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, love, and dreams. But remember, do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Live long and prosper.